Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna start a reading vlog. Just trying to get a good angle. Okay, I'll just keep it here. So I'm gonna start a reading vlog this week. It's already 4 o'clock right now, so I don't know how much you're getting today, but I'm going to pick up my friend and we're going to go to Barnes & Noble. She's just getting a planner, so we're not buying any books. And then we're gonna go out to Starbucks or something and get coffee and read. So that's my plans for today, and I'll show you along if I read any more. Right now, let me grab my book. I am reading These Violent Delights by Chloe, I think, Gong. I think that's her name. I don't have my dust jacket on and I don't remember, so I feel bad. Yes, Chloe Gong. I'm not far, I'm only on chapter 4, and if you don't know, this is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. It takes place in 1920s Shanghai, and it follows Juliet and Roma, who are the heirs to rival gangs. One of them, so yeah. And so obviously it's Romeo and Juliet retelling. So I'm reading now, and I'm gonna go pick up my friend now, but that's just what I'm doing right now. That's my plans for today. So I'll catch up later.
I'm vlogging for Katie. Katie's driving. She's such a good driver.
Turn right onto
By the way, I'm Talia, guys.
onto 81st Avenue.
Welcome to Katie's channel. If she didn't already do an interview, we're going to Barnes & Noble. I literally just cut my head out of that entire shot. You're looking at my seatbelt. Anyway, so we're going to Barnes & Noble, and we're gonna sit and we're gonna read because I'm in a reading slump.
Turn left.
And I set my Goodreads goal, and I did a whole rant about this on my channel, so I won't bore you on Katie's channel with this. Okay, your viewfinder's on top, so I keep looking at myself on the top, and I'm like, hello? Hello? Okay, anyway. Here, I'll get some good footage for a cute little montage.
So we just got to Barnes & Noble. I didn't buy anything. I did get a coffee though, and so we just sat in there for about an hour maybe, and just read our books. So I got up to page, let's see, I got up to chapter 7. I'm on page 75 now. I'm liking it so far. I want to know what's going on between the two main characters, Juliet and Roma, because something happened in their past, and I want to know what it is. So yeah, that's what we did. We went in to get Talia a planner.
Yeah. Guess what? Talia's having the worst reading slump of 2022 already. It's only day 1. It's not going well, guys. It's
only day 1.
It's only day 1. It can only get better from here.
Exactly. It's gonna get better.
Oh my god.
You have the whole year.
I don't know why it's so bad.
We're gonna go get food now.
Yes.
So yeah, that.
Yes. I'm the new videographer for this channel. Thank you.
Okay, so we made it back to my house. We just went and got McDonald's. We're gonna go Chick-fil-A, but they're all closed. So now we are in my basement and we're going to watch Pride and Prejudice.
What a time to be alive, guys.
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna watch Pride and Prejudice. If you're not a fan of this movie,
what are you doing?
you definitely need to rewatch it because it is just so very good. And
Katie zooms all the way. It's blurry.
I know. Okay. It's great.
It's great.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now.
Yay.
And I've not done any reading since last time, obviously, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. Pride and Prejudice. Woo! Okay, so we finished watching Pride and Prejudice. I'm in my room now, and we well, I just dropped Talia off at her house. It's, what time is it right now? I can't find my phone. It's somewhere on my bed. Okay, here it is. It is currently 10:30, really 10:40. So I'm not gonna read anymore. Again, as I said earlier, I was able to get up to chapter 7, page 74. I am really enjoying it. It is a really good book so far. I mean, I'm not far enough into it, I guess, for me to really say how much I'm enjoying it. But again, here it is. It is really good. So because it's like 10:40 now, I'm going to take a shower, maybe watch a movie, a show, I don't know, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But tomorrow I'm gonna vlog some more, and because I'm gonna vlog all this week, and so yeah, I will see you in the morning when I wake up. Good morning. It is the next morning, Monday. I just woke up. So today I'm going to get lunch and go to Barnes & Noble with some friends. So I'm gonna get dressed and go downstairs and read for a little bit, like get some breakfast and stuff like that, and I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so I just got dressed, so I'm going to show you what I'm wearing today. So I just put my hair in a ponytail, and then I'm wearing this New York shirt that I got from Brandy Melville, and these jeans are from Topshop, but I got them a couple years ago, so I don't know if they're still being made. And then I'm just going to put a sweatshirt on, and I think my Air Force Ones. But that's what I'm wearing now, so I'm going to go downstairs and read my book. And I'm about to go get my friends now, and I haven't been able to read yet because I just went to church. So I'm going, just a quick update, so I'm going to get my friends now, and I'm going to lunch and Barnes & Noble. Okay, so I just got back from Barnes & Noble with my friends. I had a lot of fun. We did a lot of other stuff besides Barnes & Noble. Like, we went to the mall. We went to Starbucks. We sat in the Starbucks parking lot for a while. But I did go to Barnes & Noble with them, and I got 3 books and a graphic novel. And I don't feel bad about getting all of these because we had to use a gift card, so I didn't actually pay for anything. So the first thing I got was the graphic novel, and I got Lord Olympus by Rachel Smith. I just know that it has to do with Persephone and Hades, and that's definitely classic. It's a myth, but you know. And this is the first volume, and everyone absolutely loves it. So I decided to get it. I've been thinking about getting it for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So this is the first book I got. I then got Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift. I don't know much about it. It is YA, fantasy. I did like the cover. It does have to do with 2 royal heirs. Oh, it says in the back, 2 royal heirs arranged to be married. They made their own arrangements. So, like, they didn't really like each other. They're heirs of 2 different kingdoms. And that's all I know about it. And, I mean, the cover was really pretty. That's what drew me in. So, like, this is the cover. I thought it was really pretty. So, I did pick that up. Then, I got Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the last book, I think, in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which has been such a good series. Actually the last book I read was the 3rd book in the series, Escaping from Houdini, and I have been loving reading the series. It's so good. It's really fast, and it's a mystery, murder mysteries, each and every one of them, that takes place in the Victorian era. So like this one takes place in New York City, I'm pretty sure. The first one takes place in London, the second one takes place in Romania, and the third one takes place on a ship from England to America. And it follows teen Audrey Rose, who is studying forensics with her uncle. And so like she helps identify human bodies, you know, what killed them, whatever. And people start mysteriously dying and being killed by someone who calls himself Jack the Ripper. And she decides that she wants to investigate and see who it could be. And she works with a boy named Thomas Creswell, who is apprenticing with her uncle as well. And it's so good. And this is the last book in the series. And it's bittersweet. I've been really enjoying it. So it's going to be sad to see it finally end, but I'm excited to see how it ends. And it gives me very Criminal Minds vibes, so if you like Criminal Minds, I feel like you'll enjoy this. And the last book I got was The Storyteller by Catherine Williams, and my friend actually found this and picked it out, and it seemed really interesting. And basically it's about this girl who believes that her aunt has been living a lie, and it's actually Anastasia, like Anastasia Romanoff, because she finds her aunt's like journal or diary. Yes, she finds her aunt's diary, and it seems like her aunt is hiding who she really was and is actually Anastasia Romanoff and not who she told Jess her entire life. And I think she's trying to piece together, I guess, who her aunt is. And the reason we found this, because look how pretty this cover is. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, that's the back. And it seems really interesting. So I was not thinking of getting this book. I was set with the 3 books I already got, and then I found this one and I was like, I'm gonna get it. And it's like, it's $18. That's not, I mean, for a hardcover, I think that's not too bad. It's definitely cheaper than the graphic novel. And so I just had to get it. And again, I wasn't gonna get it, but I did have a gift card, so it was like, I wasn't really paying for it. But that was our Barnes & Noble trip. I just got back. I might go out with some of my friends a little later. I'm gonna see. It's about 6 o'clock now, and I haven't read yet today, which is really disappointing. But I had a fun day today, so it's not like I'm like too upset about it. I mean, I wish I had some time to read previous to now, but I'm gonna try and read now, and I'll catch in. Okay, so for some reason, some of the clips, like in between, like even part of Sunday into, I think it was Thursday, maybe Wednesday, got deleted, and very upset about that. But in between that time, I read Lore, and I finished it, and I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was good. I thought it was cute. I liked the art. I liked the characters. I just thought it ended a little bit quickly. And the next clip is going to be me like speed reading. That stayed because I used my phone to record that, and I'm pretty sure that was on, I want to say that was on Monday. But clips after that got deleted, and then after that, the next clip is me showing what books I'm planning on bringing to school, since I'm going to school in a couple days. So I just wanted to update and talk about what was going on, since it's going to jump a little bit. It's going to be a little awkward and just not in order, but that's what happened there, and hopefully that won't happen again. Currently 8:40. I have read a little bit. I also had like dinner, and I've been watching TikTok. So again, I've read some more of these Violent Delights. I don't remember if I've read more since I've updated, but in case I have not, I am now on page 334, chapter 29. I'm close. I have like a little over 100 pages left, but I decided I'll show you what books I'm bringing to school, because I'm going to school on Saturday, and it looks like a lot, but I'm gonna be there for like 4 months, and I might be coming home like once for like a couple of days in a whole semester, because I don't go to school near where I live, so I can't like come home for the weekend and stuff like that like I would want to. So I have to bring more than I anticipate being able to read, just because I can't just easily come back. Now, a lot of these books are short and contemporary, so I feel like I could get through these all pretty quickly, and so I decided I didn't want to bring too many, but I wanted to bring a little more than I anticipate possibly reading. So the first book I'm going to bring is The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which is the first book in the Off Campus series. This doesn't seem that long. I feel like since this is a contemporary, this is romance, I feel like I should be able to get through this rather quickly. So like that's like how short it is, and I mean that's how much writing is on the page. Hopefully that's not too much. So that's one book I'm bringing. I'm also bringing, then I'm bringing It's Raining Men by Julie Hammerl. I'm not 100% sure if that's how you say her last name, but my friend and I every month are reading a book together, and we're reading this in January, and this is also contemporary romance, and it's about this girl who she feels really lonely, so she texts all the men in her contacts, I guess, you know, and yeah, it seems cute. The premise seems interesting, like she's texting all these men about how like she's whatever. So it's also not super long, and again, since it is romance, I tend to fly through these books. I'm also bringing Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the first book in a series, and again, this is a cute romance about a girl who just has this bucket list of things that she wants to do, and she enlists her neighbor, who's like a bad boy, to help her because she's had like a pretty, you know, like easy, like she's not like easygoing, but like she's like a good girl. Like she doesn't do anything crazy, she's never broken the law, she's never like gotten drunk, whatever. Like, so she's trying to do that, which again, it's short, it's a romance, contemporary. Again, these books I tend to fly through really quickly. That was one thing I think that really made me not read that many books last semester, not only like of obviously being busy with school, but I was reading a lot of fantasies, and those, I mean, I can read a fantasy in a day, but that's like if I really wanted to. Another I'm bringing is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I just know it's two people that work together and they hate each other, and again, it is romance. It's not super long. It's gonna be a movie. I mean, it is a movie. I just saw that it's going to be a major picture, like the sticker here says it's going to be, it's not focusing, but it's going to be a major motion picture. It is now. I also got The Kish Quotient by Helen Huang, I think that's how I say her last name. And I know it's someone who like hires a escort because she hasn't really, I guess, dated that much, and again, it's short romance, it seems really cute. Another book I'm bringing is Another 9 by Colleen Hoover. I've only read one Colleen Hoover book. I've read It Ends With Us in August, and I loved it. My friend really loves November 9. She doesn't remember like any of the plot she said, but she remembers how much she loved it, and I think we might read this together. So I'm gonna bring it in case we do. If not, it's fine. Another book I'm bringing is On Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I've had this book on my shelf for a very long time, and I never got around to reading it. Again, it's a romance, and it's two people who don't like each other, and they are sent on a honeymoon as newlyweds because the main character's sister, I think they can't, yeah, she gets sick and she can't go on her honeymoon, and so the main character and this other guy volunteer to go. Then the rest of the books I'm bringing are books that I'm rereading, since I like to reread a book a month based on this list I have of like my favorite book series of all time. So the first book I'm reading, the one I'm rereading in January, is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the last book in the Raven Cycle. I read the Raven Cycle back in 2020, and I reread Blue Lily Blue in December. And the Raven Cycle basically follows this girl named Blue, and she grew up in a family of psychics, and she herself is not psychic, though she can make their powers and abilities stronger. And she's basically heard her entire life that when she kisses her true love, he's going to die. And not only is this the year she's going to meet her true love, but it's also the year he's going to die. It also follows this boy named Gansey, who goes to this rich boarding school for boys in the same town that Blue lives in, who has spent basically his entire life finding this Welsh king named Glendower, who is supposed to be supposedly asleep, and if you wake him up, he'll grant you any wish. And his years of searching has brought him to Virginia, the small town that Blue lives in, and him and his friends are on the hunt for Glendower, and Blue gets tangled up in it, and it is so good. It's fantasy, but it's not like super crazy fantasy. I think this is a good fantasy for people who are trying to get into it. But even if like you're already a major fantasy fan, I really enjoyed it. When I first read the book series, I wasn't really big in fantasy, and I really liked it, and now I'm a huge fantasy fan, and I still really enjoyed it as, you know, when I reread it. So this is another book I'm reading and bringing. The book, this is actually what I'm rereading in April. And that's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I love The Cruel Prince. I read it in late 2020. Then I read the last book in 2021. And this follows a girl named Jude who was taken to like the fairy, like the fairyland. It's not fairyland, but like where the fairies live, when she was 7 with her twin sister and her older sister because when her parents were murdered. And she grows up in, you know, where the fairies live with the man who killed her mother and father, and with her sisters, and she basically wants to be accepted by them. No one has ever accepted her because she's a human, and that's all she ever really wants. So she will do anything to, you know, be one of the fae. And the one that she needs to win over the most is Cardan, who is the prince, but she has to buy him. It is so good. I love it. I read like each book in a day. They were really enjoyable, and I'm really excited to reread this. And I just read How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. I loved it. I loved it so much. So I'm excited to reread this book in April. And the last 2 books I'm definitely bringing. The first one is the book I'm rereading in February, and that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I read this series in 2020, and I absolutely loved it. Crooked Kingdom was actually my favorite book of 2020, and this just follows a group of teenagers, 6 teenagers, who are enlisted on this crazy heist, and they have the possibility that they could die. And I'm bringing the collector's edition with me. I hope nothing bad happens to it, but it's just so pretty that like I really wanted to bring it, you know, put it on my bookshelf, show it off. And the last book I'm definitely bringing is what I'm rereading in March, which is Crooked Kingdom, also by Leigh Bardugo. Second book of the duology. Again, this was the best book I read in 2020. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, so those are books I am bringing, and it could change a bit since I'm not leaving yet, so who knows like what I read for the rest of the week. But I thought I might as well just like show what I'm bringing or planning on bringing, since I already had them set aside. So I'm gonna do some more reading. I actually don't, yeah, it's like 8:50 now, so I'm probably gonna do some more reading, but if I do, I'll check in on you later. Okay, it is the next morning. I've not read yet, but I just want to check in since it now is morning. I just got out of bed. I'm gonna go downstairs and read, get breakfast, all that stuff, so I'll check in later. But again, I just wanted to check in as it is now the next morning. Okay, it is actually the next morning. I did not read at all yesterday, but I did read. I ended up finishing These Balanced Delights by Chloe Gong this morning, and I gave it a 3.5 stars. I felt like it was so slow. I felt like it could have gone a lot quicker. Another thing was, one thing that really bothered me, I guess, were the characters. Like, I enjoyed them, but I mean, they weren't anything special. And also, I kind of wish that Roma and Juliet were a little more innocent in the whole like gang war and stuff, and had less to do with it, because that'd be more reminiscent to the original Romeo and Juliet, since neither of them really had anything to do with the rivalry. They were just born into it, and they were just kind of existing. Yeah, so I did finish it. I don't know if I'm gonna read the next one. There is a next one, we'll see. It is only a duology, so I think there's only one more book, so it's not like it's a whole long crazy series. So I'll have to see, because there are a lot more books I do want to read over that. But I did finish it and give it a 3.5. And the next book I'm going to be reading is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco. I am almost done with the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I love it. So hopefully I will enjoy this. I know this is a fantasy. It is definitely shorter than These Valiant Delights. Hopefully I enjoy it. A lot of people seem to enjoy it on TikTok. Obviously, that doesn't really mean anything. Everyone enjoyed These Valiant Delights, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. But I do tend to enjoy books that are on Book Talk. So hopefully I enjoy this one. I mean, I already know I like her as an author. I have read other books written by her that were also older, like they came out before this book, so I have higher hopes for this. And I'm going to take a shower, and I'm also gonna get my nails done with my friend soon, so I do have plans for today. But I just wanted to check in, let you know that I finished these Violent Delights and I'm going to start Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, so I just took a shower, so I'm just going to show you what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing this Patagonia sweatshirt that I got at a like boutique near my house. I'm wearing just like a t-shirt underneath it that I got from Randy Melville. I'll unzip so you can see it better. It's just like that. And then I'm wearing these leggings from Lululemon, and I'm gonna wear, I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear yet, and I'm also gonna wear a jacket underneath it, above this. But I just wanted to show off what I was wearing today. Okay, it is now about 12:50, and I'm going to my friend now, and we're gonna get our nails done. Just wanted to check in. I have not read any more since earlier. I was going to, but then some candles that I got from my friend came, so I was just opening them and making sure that they were okay. But I'm going now. I'm very excited to give them to her. Again, just another update. And I'm in my mom's car right now, so I feel very grown up in here. I feel like I should have a bunch of kids. I feel like a soccer mom, but yeah, just a little update. Okay, I just got back from hanging out with my friend. It is currently 9:30. It's very late. Obviously, I've not read anything since I last checked in, and I honestly don't know if I'm gonna read anymore, just because it is 9:30 and I'm getting tired. But my friend and I did run into Barnes & Noble because we were nearby, and I got a Marvelous Light by Freya Marsk. I don't really know what it's about. It was 50% off, so I had to get it. And I have been looking at it quite a bit. I forget everything that it's about. It's romantic fantasy. I do know that. And it was 50% off. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. Something I was thinking of buying, and it was on sale. Like, it was like $15 or something like that. Like, it's a pretty good price, and that was including tax. So yeah, we got our nails done. We went to Barnes & Noble. We got Dunkin', Chick-fil-A, hung out, you know, played some Clue. It was very fun. But as I said earlier, it is now 9:30. So if I do read again, I will update you. But if I don't, then I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I was on TikTok and some book talks started showing up, so I felt guilty about not reading, so I did start reading. I mean, I'm not far. I'm only on chapter 11. I'm at page 11, like at the very beginning of chapter 1. But I just wanted to say that I did not notice that this book took place in Sicily. I don't know if it's like modern day Sicily or when, but it takes place in Sicily, which I love. I love fantasies that take place in our world, because I feel like it gives an, I mean, it's not realistic, obviously, since the magic and stuff is not real, but I feel it gives a little more sense of realism. It makes it seem like it's more possible than it being like its own fantasy world that like is not ours, because I don't know, I love when fantasies do that. That was in like Lore, I think. Yeah, it was in Percy Jackson, obviously. It was in Cruel Prince, and I just love when that happens, because it gives a sense of, oh, obviously Harry Potter, it gives a sense of like, oh, maybe this could happen to us, and this could be a real thing. Obviously it's not, but I don't know, it just feels different, and I feel like it's not as common as fantasies taking place in a totally different world, like Throne of Glass, Court of Thorns and Roses, Six of Crows. So that's just something I just noticed, and because at first I was like, oh, I wonder if it's like in a fantasy world that is based off of Italy, but the main character Amelia just mentioned how, like, she just said that her family restaurant was known across Sicily for like its really good food. So just wanted to check in and say that I am reading. I did actually start reading, and a little observation I made. So I know this is enemies to lovers, and I think it has to do with like hell, because the grandmother in the first in the prologue mentioned like the 7 circles of hell, and like there's a bunch of different princes, I guess, for like each circle. Like, so there's like gluttony, stuff like that, all of those. So just a little update, and I'll check in later when I read some more. Okay, so it is the next morning. It is currently snowing, as you can see. I just wanted to show it off because this is the third time it snowed, at least when I was in school. It snowed when I was going back to school on, like, after Thanksgiving break. It snowed on Christmas Eve, but, like, it wasn't a lot of snow and it was all gone within, like, an hour. And it's snowing now. So I did read last night, actually, as I said earlier. I read up to chapter 5. So I'm now on chapter 5. I'm on page 41. And oh my gosh, not much has happened in this book so far. But like, I'm invested. I already like it so much. I kind of forced myself to start reading it, and it's because I knew I was going to fall asleep. So it's like, I can't read anymore, but it's so good so far. It's so good. Yeah, nothing really happened so far, but I don't know. I guess it's just the writing and the characters. I'm really enjoying it. So basically this follows, at least as of right now, nothing really big has happened, but it follows Emilia. And she lives in Italy with her family, and you know, they own a restaurant, and they're like witches, like they're descendants. Yeah, they're witches. And so they have to live hidden because people don't like witches. They mentioned the Inquisition going on at this time, so I think it's going on during the Inquisition. They never really said what time period it takes place in, but the Inquisition was mentioned as of like happening like currently, so I want to say it takes place around that time. And so that's really all that's going on right now. I'll expand once I know more about the plot, but so far it's good. I'm enjoying it. Like Emilia, her family's very nice. I mean, again, I'm only like 41 pages in, nothing has really happened yet, but the fact that I'm like still like hooked onto the book this early on, I feel like just shows at least that the writing is good, because I was definitely not hooked in These Violent Delights at that point of the book. But I just wanted to check in. It's the next morning, it's not last night, and I got to chapter 4 of Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, so it is now like 8:50, and I did some reading today. I am on chapter, I don't know because I'm in the middle of the chapter, but let me just see what page I'm on. I need to switch my hands. I'm on page 79. Anyway, the plot is starting. Anyway, it's good. I just haven't read a lot today, which I'm kind of sad about, but that was because I had a doctor's appointment today, and so I went to the doctor, and it was like in the middle of the day, and then I started getting a headache because I got really anxious at the doctor's office, and it caused like a little migraine. So I don't read when I have migraines because it tends to make them worse or like prolong them, and you know, maybe like like if I'm like near the end of the book and I get a migraine, I'll push through, but I was like at the beginning, so like it didn't make sense. And then my brother and I baked a cake. I had to go grocery shopping, so long story short, I did not do much reading today. I got shots in that arm. I'm gonna try to do some more reading in a bit, but I'm gonna stop in the video here. And so again, so I did read 2 books this week, These Violent Delights and part of Kingdom of the Wicked. So yes, next video will probably be when I'm like recorded when I'm in school, because I'm going back on Sunday. I don't like it, but yes, so thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.